In the chronicles of American cinema, Denzel Washington stands as a singular force. His body of work represents not just artistic excellence, but a fundamental reshaping of what stardom means in Hollywood. Each performance bears an unmistakable signature, a blend of intellectual rigor and emotional truth that has become the gold standard for screen acting. Washington's command of his acting instrument sets him apart from his contemporaries. His approach to character isn't about transformation so much as revelation, peeling back layers to expose fundamental truths about human nature. Where other actors might rely on external changes, Washington works from the inside out, building characters whose inner lives radiate through every gesture, every measured pause, every calculated glance. The foundation of this man's artistic journey was built on theater training. He got early television work on St. Elsewhere, which revealed glimpses of his potential, but it was his supporting role in the film Cry Freedom that announced the arrival of a formidable dramatic talent. The Oscar nomination that followed marked him as an actor to watch, but no one could have predicted the heights he would reach. The film Glory proved transformative, not just for Washington, who won his first Academy Award for the role, but for Hollywood's perception of what a supporting performance can accomplish. He created a character of such complexity and emotional depth that he commanded attention in every scene. Like, just look at this right here. This is probably the best tear ever dripped down a cheek in movie history. And then came the 1990s, where Denzel Washington did a lot of films that established him as an actor who could carry nearly any genre. But it was his portrayal of Malcolm X that stands as one of his greatest achievements. A performance that captures not just the historical figure's persona, but his personal evolution. This role exemplified Washington's ability to inhabit a character so completely that the line between actor and subject seems to dissolve. And he should have won the Oscar for this one too, but who cares? Denzel Washington's work during this period showcased even more remarkable range. In Devil in a Blue Dress, he excelled at the noir detective thing, and Crimson Tide showed audiences that he's a master at creating tension through verbal sparring rather than physical action. He would continue to work with Spike Lee and help him make some of his best movies, like He Got Game, where he got to explore complex family dynamics, and he got to ball on the court. With each role Denzel played, he added a new dimension to his artistic palette. Like, seriously, this guy never really made a bad movie. The turn of the new millennium saw Washington take his artistry to new heights. His Oscar-winning performance in Training Day redefined what a villain could be in modern cinema. Washington's evolution as a filmmaker marks another chapter in his artistic journey. That's right, Denzel Washington went behind the camera, and in front of it at the same time. And you know what? He brings the same meticulous attention to his directing as he does with his acting. But of course, he directed that movie Antoine Fisher, written by Antoine Fisher, and this announced him as a director with a unique sensitivity, being able to perfectly handle personal stories of trauma and healing. There was also The Great Debaters. This confirmed his skill at orchestrating ensemble performances while tackling significant historical themes. The consistency of his excellence is worth talking about. While many actors experience significant peaks and valleys, Washington maintains a remarkably high standard across decades. Just when you think he's gonna kind of step back and, be an action hero, do some popcorn movies, he surprises us all and still pumps out amazing performances in stuff like Flight, Fences, and Roman J. Israel Esquire. earning Oscar nominations for all of these. But I do really like action hero Denzel Washington. He's absolutely unstoppable in that movie Unstoppable, pretty spectacular in The Taking of Pelham 123, the remake, and of course there's Man on Fire. There's a few other action films in there too, but when they're directed by Tony Scott, something about it just works. The intensity of the camera work and the intensity of the performances, it's just perfect chemistry. His return to a portrayal of classical theater with The Tragedy of Macbeth reveals an artist who is still pushing boundaries. His artistic journey is never-ending, it seems. This performance earned him his 10th Oscar nomination, extending a record that places him among the most recognized actors in Academy history. I actually remember when Denzel won for Training Day, and it was the same night they were giving Sidney Poitier an honorary Oscar, and I just love Denzel's response to this.
40 years I've been chasing Sidney, they finally give it to me. What they do? They give it to him the same night.
Washington's profound effect on American culture transcends his screen performances. His name, Denzel, has become a cultural touchstone, a symbol of excellence that inspired a generation of parents to name their children Denzel. His success helped reshape Hollywood's often narrow view of a leading man, proving that audiences would embrace sophisticated, challenging performances regardless of race. Denzel Washington's an African American, by the way. While Denzel Washington's dramatic range seems limitless, comedy represents one genre where his formidable talents find less sure footing. There were early attempts at comedy like Carbon Copy, and there was a really weird movie called Heart Condition, where I guess Denzel has kind of like an awkward disconnect. He played that movie like he was too cool for it, and to be honest, he was.
Before we continue with our video, here's a reminder to click the Store tab on any of our Joblo channels and browse our collection of the latest and freshest designs in our merch store. Go get you some.
Washington's approach to action films deserves special consideration. Of course, in movies like Man on Fire and the Equalizer series, he brings a psychological depth to the genre without sacrificing entertainment value. I actually really like when Denzel Washington's action films go a little bit bonkers, like that movie Ricochet or Virtuosity. He's so serious and so good, he makes these wacky films believable, which makes them better. He's able to create a complex action hero who feels grounded in reality, despite their extraordinary capabilities. The late great Chadwick Boseman famously said, "There is no Black Panther without Denzel," which is kind of poetic and fitting now because rumor has it, or is it official now?
After that, Ryan Coogler is writing a part for me in the next Black Panther.
Denzel Washington's gonna be in the new Black Panther movie, so that's nice. But yeah, Denzel Washington, he is very inspirational. Tom Hanks has even said that he learned more from working with Denzel on Philadelphia than he had learned from any other actor. Yeah, Denzel's work ethic has become legendary in the industry. There are many stories of his preparation, like learning to box for the hurricane, mastering flight simulator protocols for flight, or diving deep into that Shakespeare. Because Denzel Washington believes that great performances are built on a foundation of thorough research and preparation. The future continues to hold new challenges for Washington, though. Exciting challenges, because he's going to work with his American Gangster director, Ridley Scott, with Gladiator 2. And just the fact that Denzel Washington is in this suggests that he is still an artist willing to step into new territory. And given his track record, audiences can expect him to bring a fresh, new insight to the historical epic genre, just as he has done with every other genre he has tackled. Like the football genre. Y'all remember that movie, Remember the Titans? So as we look to the future of cinema, Denzel Washington's legacy provides a blueprint for aspiring artists. Choose projects with purpose, prepare thoroughly, perform with honesty, and never stop growing.